Have you ever worried about what other people say about you? You know, in today's social media kind of world, everybody seems to have an opinion. But in God's word, in Matthew 43 to 48, really it says, if you're persecuted, you are to love and pray for your enemy. Now, it goes beyond that as far as the recommendations today. Everybody has an opinion. Very few people have wisdom. And the other thing is not everybody can live your life. You know, as a professional speaker now for 30 years, I actually don't do speaker forms or feedback forms at the end of my sessions anymore, because the reality is a lot of people are complaining about lunch, or maybe it was too cold, and really I'm going to speak based on my own counsel. Now, I'm not saying that you don't get feedback from people you trust, that you have specifically selected to be wise counsel. That's different. But here's the reality, is most people want to share what they think about your life. If you keep listening to them, pretty soon you're going to be living their life, not yours. You know, we actually operate an assessment company, and I had somebody come through one of our training sessions many, many years ago, and they had all these list of things that they suggested that I should do with my company. And I said, thank you very much, I appreciate that. But then the company would be theirs. It wouldn't be my passion, it wouldn't be my purpose, it wouldn't be on my integrity, it wouldn't be my calling. So one of the things that we need to do, if we're going to be successful in life, is just say no. Now, there was another sort of secular speaker who came up with this idea and said, you know what? Your opinion of me is none of my business. And so the reality is, it's not that we're trying to be rude, it's not that we're trying to not listen to other individuals. When I was growing up, I grew up on a dairy farm. And I'm the firstborn, third generation male from Eastern European descent. So was there some pressure for me to stay in the farm? Absolutely, right? And so when I decided to leave the farm and pursue my calling of being a speaker and encouraging others, my family felt betrayed. And so my parents, and you know, there was nothing against them, but they said, I did all of this for you, right? And so everybody around you will have opinions, but you need to screen out the noise, not worry about that. But even God's word said earlier, is people are going to persecute you. If you stand for certain things, they're not going to agree with you. Those of us that are believers, we know in these end times, the enemy has very little time left, that people are going to attack you. You're a Christian? You silly? How can you be that kind of person? So my encouragement is that right now that we seek the Lord. I mean, in James 1:5 is, if any of you lacks wisdom, then ask the God, who will give everyone generously. So if you're looking for an answer, go to Him. And yes, seek wise counsel, but don't worry what everybody else says, because you need to live your own life. I'm Dr. Keis.